There we go. Filter set up. Oh, man. Excuse me. Did a little painting last night. Actually, done painting the last couple nights. Just did some hand brushing last night. Just wanted to see how it came out. Pretty good. Basically, just been hand brushed. I hand brushed on the paint on the shoe itself, and it's come out pretty good. I've got another. I've actually got a few layers on there, but I think I need to do one more to just get a little bit more evenness out of it. From a distance, it looks pretty good, but I think up close, it's got a little bit of roughness to it. Not bad, but just got a little bit of roughness to it. So, anyway, a woman in modeling? Always. Best place. Some of the best modelers I've ever seen are women. So just pointing out the shoe itself and how it's come out, and it's pretty good. And before I do forget, for those who celebrate, happy Easter. I am one who does celebrate. I am one who does. So these came out pretty good. So happy Easter if you celebrate. And if not, happy Sunday. Hope you have a lovely day. I got a lot of Misa Hayase done. Not done yet. But she's come out pretty good. I basically have, I think, only one thing left to do, and that's the green. The green striping is all that's left, and then I will do some oil work just to blend a few colors. That's correct. Misa Hayase. That's okay. In the U.S., Robotech, she was known as Lisa Hayes, which kind of makes sense given, the spelling, but Misa Hayase, and that's kind of the assembly. Hey, Seb, good morning. So it's got left the green striping to do, and then this is done. Then the green striping to do. Then I've got oil work to do. Just to kind of blend in a few things, create a few fake shadows, that kind of thing. But she's coming along. The eyes, surprisingly enough, are water slides. So very excited to try those out. Hopefully the water slides are, again, this model is like over 40 years old. So I'm hoping the water slides are not going to be problematic. But so far, so good. I'm very happy with the outcome. It isn't perfect. I'm not a figure painter per se, but I've enjoyed working on this. I may see about doing something with her fingernails. I don't think they actually call it out. Do we see her hand? No, not really. Let's take a look to see inside of some books that I have how her hands come out. Hopefully it works. Hopefully what works. Oh, man, sorry. A bit of exhaustion today. Well, yesterday was a long day. I'll fill you guys in on it. Hope everybody, first of all, since we didn't see each other yesterday, hopefully everybody had a lovely Saturday. And hopefully everybody either had or will have a lovely Sunday. Anyway, I'll get back to her later on with some more painting. I'm looking forward to actually finishing off a model. Very important. Give me 1 second. I'm just going to put her back in the paint stand. There we go. Okay. One time I tried to use water slide decal from 20 years ago. That thing disintegrated. Yeah, interesting thing. I've applied very old water slides. I've worked on now 3 Macross models, old Macross models. I've done two old MSVs. The water slides generally have held up pretty well. Finishing a model in this economy? Well, the economy? I wish the economy had something to do with it. This is just me finishing because I'm actually on top of my game, which generally not. All right, but today I'm going to get back to working on this turd. Generally, my the water slides have worked out. They've actually survived. They've actually done okay. The only time I've had water slides actually disintegrate, like fall apart, was on a model I worked on from 1965. Those water slides, and I was hoping to use one. Absolutely just no. Yeah, the Glouge, the Destroyed Spartan, the Phalanx, all of those have had water slides. Not all of them. There's a few that fell apart, but generally speaking, they've been fine. It's pretty warm yesterday. I don't know if I'm ready for water slides. I'm ready for water slides. I'm ready for water slide season. Le water slide, to quote from Napoleon. Ray, what's going on, brother? Welcome, welcome. Sometimes they're good, sometimes... Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's hit or miss. And don't get me wrong. I've been, knock on wood, lucky that mine have actually held up. Can't wait to glue a clear piece on the front of this thing. That's going to work out fabulously, I'm sure. Yuck. Ice cream shop near me open this weekend. Nice. That's pretty cool. We were down in Southern Connecticut yesterday as my daughter she'll be starting at Quinnipiac University in the fall in their nursing program, and as she was there yesterday, she was there to try out for their dance team. And it was pretty warm, and then we went to a restaurant that didn't have air conditioning. That was rough. You want to do anything for Zombie Jesus? Yes. We'll be going to church later on this morning. And then just having, we'll be having some, have to get some Easter eggs done fast. We'll be doing the Greek cracking of eggs. I don't know why I'm Greek and I cannot use a Greek accent. I can't do a Greek accent. I'm sorry. I speak the language too, and I can't do a fake accent. I'm not good at accents. I'm not gonna lie. Ooh, that's gonna be putty. That has to be putty. There's just way too much shit going on there. And this is just crap. Ray, are you guys doing anything for Zombie Jesus? Otherwise known as Easter? Hunt down a bunny or something? We spare some time for our Lord and Savior. Yeah. I know that sometimes when people say things like that, it's like, how can you be so blasphemous? It's like, because genuinely, I believe it's like, I don't think that if you are a true believer, that stuff like that is going to make or break and send you to hell. just going to go on a limb. There are probably other things that might do that, which we're not going to go into this morning, but tune in on Thursday. I might put clothes on. Ooh, wow. But it gets pierogies and kielbasa to cook up. Nice. The killing squirrels currently. I did get some good shots on the game cam of ravens and turkey vultures. Really? You call it the game cam? That's funny. So, as I was saying earlier about painting the Misa Hayase character, it's been a while since I've actually been kind of excited to be working on like painting stuff. Generally, I again, when we get to the point of like finishing a model, painting is not where I want to be. Hey, Joe, good morning. Happy for zombie. I'm so weird saying that too. Hey, what's going on, Jaden? Welcome, welcome. Hope you had a nice Sunday. This one time a Jehovah's came knocking since I was wearing my sunglasses. I said I was blind. They pulled out a braille card. Well, that's actually kind of thoughtful. Wow. Hey, we got something for you. We're feeding the squirrels to the hawks and ravens. The turkey vultures showed up yesterday. Ooh. There we go. Now, this is still crap. This is going to remain crap. I like the biggest piece of shit at the moment. Uh-oh. I hope everything is okay there, E. I'm a pastor in the city of Sydney. They are a cult. Yes. They certainly have a tendency to be. However, if you want to be a cult and be on your own, nothing I can do about it, If you want out, I'll try to help you, but if you want to buy into it, that's fine. When you try to force your cultism on me, we might have a conversation. Force it. Not talk about it. Force it. I'm willing to hear anybody out. During when they came. Sorry. When they came, yeah. You should have messed with them more and pretend to read upside down and then get offended. I'm not for it. I'm against it. Yeah, I'm generally like your religious beliefs are your religious beliefs. I will, to just always be like, hey, whatever. I've had plenty of I know that Mormons have their necessity for doing their proselytizing. It's part of their mission. I get it. Hey, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'm all set. Should have done that. Well, the next time, keeping in mind, they always come back. So if you want to have fun, have at it. Me, thank you very much. Appreciate it. I'm all set. In fact, I will go on a little bit of a tirade here. Many years ago, we were working on a home for an incredibly successful woman who had bought a home on a very expensive home on Cape Cod, and turned to me and said, "Have you been saved?" And I thought about that for a second because I'm thinking, well, I'm Episcopalian. And I think I actually said that to her. I was like, well, yeah, I'm Episcopalian. I think, yeah, I'd say I've been saved. And she just kind of like, okay, and just kind of walked away because I haven't been saved the way she's been saved. Just fine. Not looking to go to town on people today, but who knows? Maybe we will. Maybe my anger will actually kind of come through. Might bleed into it. It's been years since Jehovah's Witness came to knock at my door. Yeah. Maybe there aren't any around, which is kind of weird because normally they kind of, like I said, it's their mission. Just to show you guys real quickly. There's still so much stuff there. You can actually still see the gapping there. That's probably going to have to be putty. Just got to help dodge bullets. How's your tap dancing? Nah. You know, I was listening to something this morning by Deepak Chopra, and it hit home a little bit. He was being interviewed on the Midas Touch last night, and he mentioned something about, that, we have to fight for this, and we have the war on terrorism, the war on cancer, the war on this, and he says it's hard to be at peace when everything you say and do uses some level of violence or includes some level of violent language. It's funny when you begin to employ expression from your region and they don't understand. Yeah, they're like, huh? So I'm actually, as I get older and I'm trying to find more ways of being at peace, and it's hard. In this world, it's hard. I appreciate his commentary on, you can't really be at peace if you're at war with yourself or with others. Does this count as divine intervention? My wife just answered one of them. They came back. Could be. That's what she said. So, anyway. Can you be at peace if you use and continue to espouse the language of war? It's an interesting concept. Time to get aggressive. I have to break up more blocks. I hope my dad came back. Hod? Yeah, what's Hod? God, I hope my dad came back. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway. Peace. Let's give it a chance, shall we? All right. I'm destroying detail here in order to get this thing to actually sit right. Not a surprise, really. So enjoy what about the conflict to growth? The conflict to growth, the concept that there, well, it depends on what growth is. There's certainly been something said about, like, if we didn't have certain wars, whatever, our technology would not have evolved as much. If we didn't have certain conflicts, that would we see the other side? In fact, I kind of look at it like that way in what's going on right now. You know, given the insanity of what's going on here in our government, it's actually creating potentially more peace and assistance elsewhere in the world. Potentially, with other countries coming together. It has a tendency to potentially unify other peoples, right? But if we're talking about it from a technology perspective, I would say it's probably not a good reason to have conflict. Because if we consider technology, remember, I've been kind of pretty vocal about this. Conflict of personal growth. I think I need some more definition there, Joe. If you're typing on the phone while Mr. Clean is sanding, it kind of looks like he's. I guess it could. I guess that's one way of looking at it. This plane is certainly getting jacked a lot. No comment. Nice. Wise. So, anyway. I think maybe that's the problem. Start slow, then gradually build up speed. I'm assuming we're talking about conflict, aren't we, Ray? Or maybe not. So, sorry, give me a minute while I down this coffee. Yeah, the sanding. Oh yeah, the sanding. Yeah. Start slow and just work fast. Go faster. Oh yeah, go faster. We're gonna stop there. But that's not gonna work. Not helping. Well, sometimes you got to be careful what you start. Don't worry, eventually you'll finish. Oh, yes, you will. There will always be an outcome, right, Ray? Oh, Lord Almighty. So, anyway, I'm curious to see what Joe is hinting at, intimating. Just forgot to do that. Hey, Nick, good morning. What's going on, brother? Even with the mess, it's worth it in the end. Yeah, always. Oh, ain't it always true? Oh, this side's even worse. I forgot about this side. This side's even worse. I'm being really aggressive in here because I just honestly just don't give a shit. But I will leave that challenge there. If you flash UV light, it'll look like Pollock painting. It's probably true. If you need conflict to grow, the understanding of protection and self-care wouldn't be there. If there weren't levels of conflict, if you need conflict to grow, the understanding of protection and self-care wouldn't be there. B, if there weren't levels of conflict. Not much. Got some more hobby stuff organized. Waiting on some more things to arrive. Nice. What are you waiting to arrive, Nick? Ooh, now I'm kind of curious. Joe, I think conflict isn't maybe it is the right choice, maybe it's not. I think we're always looking for ways to improve ourselves and to challenge ourselves to do better. So maybe there's a personal challenge. I'm not sure conflict is a good way to go, because I think what ends up happening, conflict, I would rather have slower change than have quick change based on conflict, because conflict could embrace war, and that I won't agree with. Conflict could bring animosity. Daffodils are out like crazy today. Yeah, actually, ours popped yesterday. We came home last night, and I looked out, and I'm like, oh, that's awesome. We got a few planted right in the front, and I was really psyched to see them. Because since we planted them, they rarely have popped. Guys like metronome, it's one extreme to the other, one of life lessons the other, Jack and Will. Yeah, exactly. That's what we do here. Those 3D printed testers, rack, shelf things for the pegboard. Yeah. Nick, do you exclusively use enamel paints? I think the answer is probably not. So are you getting racks for other types of paints too? Because I think you've mentioned that you picked up Gaia and a few others, correct? Yeah, the green pop this week. Also today, it's my birthday. Ooh, happy birthday, Joe. How old are you? 26, 27? Have you gotten close to 30 yet? That might be where that goes, even though it's telling me to put it in the wrong fucking place. Stupid plane. 41. Wow. Nice, Joe. I think I knew that, but I want to talk you up a little bit. That's awesome, Joe. You guys, obviously, I'm not sure if you guys are celebrating Easter, but if you are, you guys also doing something special for your birthday? Congratulations, Solar Revolution completion! Yeah, that's going to require gap filling. That's going to be like, there's probably be putty thrown in there. You can actually see. Right there. Thanks, Ray. You 30? Sir, I am 41. Exactly. And Mom's coming over for dinner. Nice. Joe, are you guys celebrating Easter as well or not? And hey, it's a question, nothing more pointed than that. That is awesome. And are the kids going to be around too? Absolutely abysmal. Absolutely fucking abysmal. No, I only use testers for some highlights and weathering. I also try and use oils. Yep. to do the same as far as painting. Mostly I use lacquer, rarely spray acrylics. Yep. Do you have any water-based acrylics at all, Nick? 4 decades, 2 wars, 1 pandemic, 1 millennium, and the invention of the internet. Yes, I am 41. Yeah, dude, that's awesome. I love that, Joe. May cake be upon you. Yeah, happy birthday, old man. Old man. Oh, you youngins. I think Nick may be the baby of the group. Be here, and it's the birthday week for the fam today. Daughter 22, brother 25. Wow, really? Mine today, brother 22. Wow, really? Your brothers? Wow, you guys are literally, you're all packed at the same time. I love it. Turned 38 last week. So glad I'm not that old. It'll come, Nick. It'll come, Nick. Thanks, guys. Nah, obviously, man. And by the way, Nick, I don't remember you bringing it up or not. Maybe you did, and I'm just spacing out on it. But happy belated birthday, brother. In fact, I'm pretty sure you did not bring it up. Yeah, some Vallejo still debating picking up if opportunity arises. Yeah. Something John Bias again repeated, which I thought was really, really important. It's like, look, I wouldn't go out and replace what I already have. Like if you have Vallejo, continue to use it until you exhaust it. Then if you like it, continue using it. If you wanted to try something else, try it. I personally like the AK colors. I think they're great. The AK 3rd gen stuff is great. But I'll pick up Vallejo, I'll pick up AK, I'll pick up whatever as long as I get the color right. Because generally, for me at least, all water-based stuff, at least from quality companies like Vallejo and AK, they work all about the same. Laughs nervously in 50. Yeah. I think I remember 50. I did not, but that's why I boil crawfish. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. I remember the crawfish boil and the drunkenness or the recovery the next day. Good morning, Ken. How are you? Guys, a quick question for you figs. Do you use Tamiya, Vallejo, or AK? It's a 430 fifth I have in mind. Are you talking about for figures themselves, Seb? Christos Anesti, Alithos Anesti. Alithos Anesti. You guys doing the egg thing? I got to get some eggs done. We're going to have to go do something with that today. We might have to do it without any kind of food coloring on them, but we'll do something. My local has all the colors in both, but I mostly hand paint with water-based. Try AK if I need a new color. Yeah, exactly. I like them, but I agree with you. That's the same thing. I was just using these because I had them for the I'll show you guys real quickly. Oh yeah, egg game. Yep. Yes, for 135th figures. I don't suggest using Tamiya. It doesn't hand brush extremely well. I recommend, personally, water-based acrylics. I like Vallejo, and these are just their game airs, but Vallejo makes, I don't know, 10 or 15 lines of paints. Their model color, their mecha color, their game color. The one that's listed as air is primarily formulated for airbrushing. I've hand brushed it, it's fine. I think you just have to be careful and just kind of thin it correctly. The AK third generations are excellent as well. Tamiya, I think trying to hand brush, it's more of a solvent based than it is a water based paint. So yeah, but if that's what you have, then yeah, use some kind of a retarder and thin it appropriately. And then to what ratio, you're gonna have to figure that one out, Seb. 50 and still get zonked on 3 measly cans. It sounds like me. Found some futuristic figures on AliExpress for a futuristic post. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, try them. Try them out. The other thing is that you could always. This is a good time to try to experiment with stuff, right? Pick up a few different types of paints and see which one you prefer. Generally, I prefer, like Nick was just saying, I prefer the water-based acrylic stuff. It's an acrylic lacquer. Vallejo is polyurethane-based acrylic. Correct. Thank you, Mr. Chemist. Real quickly, for those who are coming in late, so I have actually gotten pretty far into painting Misa Hayase. The orange is water-based. I airbrushed on this sort of minty green color. I hand brushed on the brown. Oh, and also airbrushed her face. And I've hand brushed everything else on her there. The legs themselves were airbrushed, and the shoes have been hand brushed. The shoes are still a little rough. I got to get them one more layer of paint on there, but they're coming out all right. And that stuff is kind of weird because I think aqueous is very much like, and correct me if I'm wrong, is kind of like Tamiya. Anyway, just coming along. Okay, I'll try some Vallejo. Yeah, and especially I'm assuming, Seb, in your neck of the woods, they're probably fairly easy to get. Put Misa back. And get MSDS on the aqueous stuff. Anybody get it? I'm sure I could find it. I haven't looked for it recently. Just got the big Firebird. It's a third-party version of RC. Out of curiosity, the boobies are soft. The boobies are soft. I'm not sure I understand what that is. I got the big Firebird. Nicey. I have no idea what that is. Third-party version of RC. Out of curiosity. Somebody's waking up. That's life for my wife. Still a line there too. Probably lay down another bit of, yeah, we'll do some more CA, see if that helps at all. Hey, Dwayne. Good morning. How are you? Still call an MSDS? I think that's what it's still called. I'll look at my hobby store if they have some. If not, I'll have another one 1 hour away with more stuff. Yeah. Yeah, paint's that's the one challenge I have right now. I don't have a local place like within an hour that actually sells both Vallejo or AK. I generally prefer to buy paints locally. Unfortunately, with AK, it's just gotten a little harder. Currently hiding it from my wife. The design, let's just say it's quite risque. Yeah. I don't really care for building. I mean, everybody's got their thing. I'm not that's not necessarily the thing I like to build. I like just simple figures. Kids are passing out and my dogs are barking. Nice. Dwayne, are you home again? Got some small T-squares today. Ooh. Can't have enough quality T-squares. Let's get the CA off of stuff I don't need it to be on. Nope. Hold it. You guys are still hold it. What? Are you guys still away? Oh yeah, another week. Wow. Hold it. You guys well, I never heard you brought your dogs with you? That's kind of groovy. Then my first everything that I didn't lay flat. I'm excited. Oh yeah, another week. You caught me on like day 3 of 20. Oh, okay. I don't know. My feet are looking. Oh, I think this is indicative of a requirement for more coffee. Oh God. Sorry. I get it now, Dwayne. Oh man. Something tells me I'm not going to live that one down anytime soon. Anyway, I'm sorry to hear about your feet. I think I'm blushing. All right. That one's done. Have one for me too. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm surprised the peanut gallery hasn't said anything yet. Or maybe they're all just doubled on the floor laughing. There we go. Cat name Yardstick. It only had 3 feet. That's good. That's actually a really good name. Well, I really don't want to lay down any more CA if I can avoid it. Really don't want to lay down more CA. Anyway, what's on the docket, or what was on the docket for today, Dwayne? Visited the new government in Fukuoka. Oh, nice. How was that? So what have they done now? How many one-to-ones have they made? 5? Yeah, the original, the unicorn, the new. You had the FOO that they made for FFOO or whatever, OOFF, whatever it's called, the walking Gundam, and there's one in China now, correct? It's big, yeah. What, 18 meters, so over 60 feet? Sure, that's kind of cool. Don't do that. I really don't want to do. Don't want to do that. Don't want to do that. Blessed Easter indeed. What's going on, Lucas? Welcome. Yeah, I think new might be 22. Yeah. Is the new? Oh, that's right. The new's taller. The new is taller than the standard one, so it's probably in excess of 70 feet. Like that's why kits keep going up in price. Building too many one-to-one kits. You think so? There are 5 of them. The RX-78 Unicorn, new RX-78 Walking, and the Freedom in China. Yep, there we go. Thank you, Seb. Yeah, I got the RG well at the base. The new is older than the old. It is true. All right, let's get back to sanding. Like I said, I'm destroying detail on this thing, but it's like I don't even care anymore. Honestly, the only thing I really want to do is I want to get to on this model, I want to get it to just the paint stage. I want to bring something in. This is April, May, June meeting. I want to have this thing done for our June meeting. I want to try to get a model done a month for our local meeting. Absolutely heinous. Okay. That's going to require surfacer. I'm going to do surfacer on that. I don't need any more CA. And then once that's done, I might have even flat spotted so much of that. Who knows? Oh, I'm working on this absolutely atrocious plane. The Special Hobby 172nd scale Airacomet. I love the design, but this thing is just awful. This is the worst model I've ever worked on. I just wanted to get primer on something before the year is up. Yeah. Well, sounds like you're kind of working on your laboratory there, Nick. So with luck, you'll be able to work maybe a little bit more efficiently and be able to get to it. And again, you got young kids. 1 month was my goal. One per month was my goal, but I've been gaming. You're right to stay away. The war of two mistresses. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't blame the games per se. It's my own personality, but this is why it took me 9 years to get my college degree. Thank you, gaming. And then right before I got back into this hobby, the same thing. It was just like, why am I spending so much time on a game? I much prefer doing things that are creative. But again, it's your deal. Do what you what anybody wants to do. You do. You do you. No, I really don't think I'll meet my goal. I don't know. I'm keeping fingers crossed for you, Nick. Keeping fingers crossed. All right, we're gonna have to do putty. We have to do putty. Let's do it. And then after we're done with this, we're gonna have to do putty on the wings. You know, actually, I'm wondering, should I do that as well? Give me a second here. My friends, give me a second. Since we're going to have to hit this thing with putty anyway, do I just want to... Yeah, man. Even the lines. I'm assuming those lines are supposed to go straight across. Even the lines aren't straight. I think we're going to glue the wing on. That's why I started modeling too, to get something at the end to reflect the work. Yep. I am what I am because that's all I can is what I am. Green eggs and ham. Was it green eggs and ham or Popeye? Hey, Mike, happy Easter to all. Mike, you too, brother. Hope everyone has a great day with family, of course, if you celebrate. Of course, yep. Yeah, we are. We'll be going to services later this morning and then... Okay. Yeah, let's just get this thing done. Yeah, and then be back. So that is Popeye the Sailor. That's what I thought. There we go. Just trying to rhyme. You a rhyming fiend? There we go. Now we'll steal you for MFCA this year. Any other show on the radar? Do you think Don will steal you for the MFCA this year? What's what's MFCA this year or any other show on the radar? The only other show that I'm certain to attend, me personally, is going to be our own show, PatCon. Other than that, went to ValleyCon. What else is coming up, Dwayne? Might go over to what they call it, since Mike is here. I might try to do figure show in PA. Probably won't be going that far this year because of we got a dance schedule for my daughter, getting her ready for university. It's just going to be a bit of a tough year. My wife being up in Maine. Having said all that, there is a possibility of going to Classic Plastic, which is primarily a car show that is going to have that special. That is going to have a Gundam category. I'm not a figure painter. I wish I was, and I enjoy it. I just don't do good at it. And are you, Dwayne, are you planning on going to any of those? There we go. It's a trick to rock that rhyme on time. Me either. They have a Gundam category there and tanks. Oh, really? Oh, I'm happy to hear that. I'm happy to see that the scale modeling community in general is starting to expand itself a little bit, right? Oh boy, this is gonna be fun. Yeesh. Sorry guys, give me a second here. It is on my order, but I'm trying to negotiate with my wife for time. Yeah, I hear you on that. And that's exactly what you just described. That's kind of where I am right now too, especially now with my wife not being here all the time. It's I try to spend as much time with her. I need this glue to tack a little bit more. Just need you to tack a little bit. Come on, do the CA thing for me, will you please? Yeah, we have the Spring Thaw show coming on April 4th. Looking forward to promoting display only category. Exactly. Yeah. And I'm happy to see that there's more of that, Mike. I'm a big fan of display only. The show's really art focused. It's where I met Don and Brian Denclaw. It was cool to see that size of the hobby. Yeah. I would love to go to a figure show someday. I'm actually I it's funny. Okay, let me stay focused on this thing for a second. Dwayne, you bring up a really good point. Damn it. Shift it just a little bit. I'm hearing plastic creaking, which is always my favorite sound. Not. Fucking great. This thing really is like the shittiest model. Sorry guys, give me 1 second here. I guess if you're gonna get one edge right, get the front edge right. There is no way. I mean, I could drill in pegs on this thing, but it's like, do I really need to? It looks like I might need to. And I'm already feeling, I think I probably separated something. I'm hearing plastic creaking. Sorry, guys. All right, we'll leave it like that. All right, let's go back. Sorry, guys. Let's see. Long Island Show was another one I was told to check out. The Long Island Show. That's Replicon, if I'm correct. I'll be going to the Houston IPMS show in May. Excellent. You're bringing something with you, if I'm correct, Nick. I'll check out Amps Nats in PA for a day since it's 2 hours away from me. IPMS Nats are out already, set for Wonderfest. Yeah, nice. I was hoping to go to Nats this year, but I'm going to probably pass and just financially just not in the cards. But next year, nationals are in Indiana. So I'm going to try to put that one on the agenda if I can. There's also another AMP show up here in Connecticut. In Danbury. It's usually where they hold one of the major AMPS shows. One of these days I will try to catch that. For fuck's sake. This is just... impossibility. There's no way of getting this thing aligned. So I'm just gonna sit here, let the glue tack a little bit, and then I'm gonna flood it with some more CA and call it done. I only have the P40, so I'm not sure. Bring the P40. Nick, I'm gonna just make a recommendation. What's the harm? You're going to the show anyway. What's the harm? So, yeah. So, by the way, for anybody who is an IPMS national member, and therefore you will receive your copy of the IPMS USA Journal. This upcoming issue will feature an article by Don Johnson, figure painter, who's actually writing on how to grow the Gundam category because it's very important to his chapter and the growth of the hobby overall. Back on my list. Mason was great to meet at Odeo. Would love to see Don meet you and enjoy the Boston weather. Oh yeah, Dwayne, definitely keep me posted if you're coming up, man. I'm gonna try to pull myself a little further away from the grind of the show and try to meet with more people. And if nothing else, maybe at the end of it, do a little bit of a hangout. Is where people will tell him how good it came out. Right. I think you're right about that one, Ray. It's gonna flood the zone. You know how much we hate compliments. Oh, absolutely despise them. Despise them. Flood the zone. In fact. Let me just brush on CA. Sorry, guys. Give me a second here. Have to lay down some more. It's a horror movie on Netflix about garden gnomes. I'm tempted. You know, you just can't have enough good movies about garden gnomes, right, Ray? That's exactly it, right? Yeah. Yeah. And the answer to that is yes, I am. All right. I'm going to get this wing glued on, and then my wife is like, okay, let's get the Easter stuff started. So I'm going to go do that. I've got it down here, honey. I'll bring it up in just a little bit. I'm actually wrapping up here in 5 minutes. I've just texted me. Have to be good for me to enjoy them. I agree. So as I was saying I'll leave you guys with this. Oh man, this thing is just awful. I'll leave you guys with this thought. I actually don't really care. I love armor. I love working on armor. I love seeing armor work done on the tables at our meetings and planes, all of it. I have a really hard time with seeing a lot of that stuff at shows. But figures, I love going out and catching figures. There's something about that level of detail painting, which I'm not good at. I mean, just detail painting is not my thing. But when you see that kind of level of work that's accomplished, figure painting is the one thing I really enjoy. So I do hope someday to actually go out to, even though I will likely never bring anything to one of those shows, I think I would very much enjoy seeing a figure painting show. Probably more so than like something specific to a car or a tank or a plane or even Gundam, to be honest. And by the way, just to show you guys how bad this thing is, that alignment is so far off. But I figured try to get at least the top surface. Even if you take a look here, the root is kind of doing like a little of this, and the wing is doing much more of a top to curve. It's got a different curvature to it. Have you seen my leggings? Not recently. If you're going to a show, you might as well bring something. You know what? I'll challenge you then, Nick. You bring your P40, and the next time I go to what they call it, to go to a figure show, when I go, I'll bring something. You have my commitment to that. Crap or not, I'll bring it. But that means you got to bring your P40 to the to your Houston show. All right, let me set this thing down. Should have prepped for this a little bit better. Gonna do a little bit of cleanup work, and I gotta get upstairs. Get ready for Easter. Deal. I love it. Deal. Glue the other wing and throw it in the trash. See if it flies into the trash can. Woo! Crash landing. Don't ever throw stuff in the trash. Finish it enough to tape fireworks. Yeah, I don't disagree with you there. First of all, I don't throw away. I will. This is not going to be what I would consider my finest model ever, right? But it's going to get done. And I'm going to at least have fun with the painting part of it. There we go. All right. Let's have ordnance, planes, tanks, mechs. That's kind of cool. Does the Chicago show have that too? I did not know that. All right, let's do a little bit of cleanup here. You get from that community is amazing. Yeah, any good community, any good scale modeling community will have that. Again, topic of conversation for another time, but to talk about things like the importance of feedback. When you go to a show, when you go to a show, having that feedback is huge, in my opinion. MMSI had some great talent. Yeah, that's the show I want to catch. I'd love to go to MMSI at some point. That's the show to catch. Okay, got that done. Brush cleaned. Piece of shit. Anyway. All right, my friends. So with that, stay safe and stay sane, everybody. Thanks for being on this morning. I really do appreciate it. To those who celebrate, I wish you the happiest of Easters. To those who don't, enjoy a wonderful Sunday. And just go out there and continue to do good. World is getting crazier, my friends. Absolutely insane. Let's see what we can do to brighten it. Make it a better planet for everybody. For those who celebrate, remember what this day is. Remember who we celebrate, what the message was behind the person that we celebrate, and implement that message. Thought for the day. Love you all, guys. Go do good out there. Enjoy, and I will catch you tomorrow morning. Peace.